at Ball Arena as the Warriors drop their second straight contest as their record falls to 6-6 on the season. And the big one on MLK Day gets the LA Lakers as they try to bounce back. Steph Curry was nice tonight. He was, but NIKOLA JOKIC was better as he just messed around and had a triple-double for the Denver Nuggets. 7 Nuggets in double figures. The Hall of Famer Jennifer Razy, NBA champ Darrell Wright, and Bonte Hill. And look, Curry was special, but he didn't have enough help tonight as the shots were falling. And look, they missed a lot of easy buckets. And turning the ball over, Darrell, 19 turnovers tonight. You're not going to beat a team like Denver.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to beat any team, you know, when you turn the ball over 19 times and have a low shooting percentage. So I think those guys got to go back in and study some film and see where they left a lot of points on a board, missing layups and different things like that. But they definitely have to do a better job on that end.
Agree. I think they got some good looks, definitely, but they missed easy shots. And, you know, their missed layups led to scores on the other end. So, you know, it all plays together, but not very good production off of our bench, you know, whereas, again, 7 players from the Nuggets in double figures. That's tough.
Their bench really took it to the Warriors bench tonight. And you talked about the easy buckets and the turnovers. A lot of careless turnovers, Jennifer, tonight. Just out-of-bounds plays, outlet passes, just really ugly basketball from the Warriors at times tonight.
Well, I think going into this, you know, we talked a lot about the jankety defense, you know, and they didn't really face that tonight. I don't know if they were thinking more about that again, if they would face it or not. But they're off rhythm.
They're definitely off rhythm, and this is a long, athletic team. They're active. They had active hands. You've seen guys just a little loose with the ball, and they were stripping them. So I think they just have to be, do a lot better with the ball, holding the ball tight and making the right passes.
Right, no doubt. NIKOLA JOKIC did make the Warriors pay with a triple-double, 23 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists. You see the big man taking all the Warriors bigs to school tonight, including James Wiseman, who didn't have a bad game going up against JOKIC his first stint. Of course, he's not seeing a guy like JOKIC at Memphis or university or high school. But Steph Curry was back to hitting shots, 35 points, 11 rebounds, 5 threes, and he really kept the Warriors in the game tonight with some nice three-pointers, took it to the basket, some nice one-hand floaters off the backboard. Jennifer Curry had it all cooking tonight.
He had it all cooking, and I don't know why I still do this, but I go, wow, how did he do that? Darrell and I were talking about the shot he had off the glass, just kind of the floater, that people don't realize how difficult some of his shots are, and he's made it look just easy as anything, just part of his game.
He makes all his shots look easy, but it was good to see Steph getting it going. His guys really didn't have a great game today, but it was just refreshing to see, no janky defense and him being able to get to his spots and make, tough shots that, are pretty easy for him.
No doubt. He averaged 15.5 the last 2 games against the Raptors and the Pacers. 27% from the floor, 21 from 3. Tonight he had to cook it to Darrell. You're a former teammate of his. You saw this all the time. So as Jennifer and I are saying, wow, we can't believe this guy is doing it, sometimes you just sit back and it's like, hey, that's what Curry does.
Yeah, but I'm still wild at a lot of things he did. Just to see him playing at a high level each and every night he steps on the court and see where he was from 2010 and now, it's still exciting to see him play. I get excited every time to see him play, when I see him play, and just the moves he do, the soft touch off the glass and the threes, the crazy threes, the and ones. You got to respect it. So I love watching Steph play.
Well, there's so much. Since you played with him, you saw him in the gym after practice, before practice. That is years and years and years of work that goes into those shots.
No doubt. And also on the other side, NIKOLA JOKIC, an MVP candidate. We talked about him. Steph has 2 MVPs in his basement. JOKIC may be getting one soon because he is playing at a very high level. I don't know what center would you rather take? Would you rather take Embiid, JOKIC? JOKIC is in the conversation, right? Yeah. Triple-double tonight, 23 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, and he only had 5 points at the half. He was saddled with foul trouble in that first half, and then in the second half, he was just steady, and he ends up getting his numbers, and the Nuggets go ahead and roll with JOKIC leading the way.
I think he does a great job of getting his teammates involved early. We were noticing that he only had 5 points at the half, but the fact that he was looking for his teammates, trying to get those guys involved, and you got to make your guys feel good. When everybody else feels good, everybody plays defense, and you got confidence. So he's giving those guys confidence. He's definitely one of the best big men passers in the NBA, for sure.
I think we've ever seen. He's amazing. And I think, to your point, Darrell, getting everyone involved early, it doesn't mean the defense then is going to forget about him, but it makes his offensive game a lot easier when he's got, 6 other players in double figures.
No doubt. And JOKIC was special. 7 guys in double figures for the Denver Nuggets, and JOKIC, one of the best passing big men, as you said, Jennifer, in the history of the game. Let's send it back to Fitz and Buki, who will recap this loss for the Golden State Warriors.
Well, maybe a good time after 12 games to see the Warriors at 6-6 and look at both sides of the equation here. They've had some blowouts early, and those seem to have gone away now. The games are much more competitive. That's a good sign. Steph Curry's still amazing. He had a 62-point game. They had a great comeback win against the Clippers, but then execution against Indiana, and then even first quarter knockout blow by Denver. This team's going to learn a lot of painful lessons as the season progresses.
Against the good teams, those mental lapses, those mistakes, having a bad quarter to start the game, getting off to a slow start, the great teams really make you pay for that. Remember the Warriors when they're at the top of their game a couple years ago, competing for championships? Every mistake the teams made against them, they're making them pay. If you double team, you don't rotate to the right guy, they're making them pay. Easy layups at times. So that's what the Nuggets did. On that side, there was some miscues. They would double team Jokic, maybe not close out to the right guy, miss a closeout, or
not get a rebound.
Yeah, on the weak side, you're not covering the guy going baseline. So a lot of different things, and then you're not making your layups. So to keep up with a team like this offensively, you have to be going offensively too. Steph was going. There was some missed opportunities there. I already talked about the turnovers. You talked about the rebounding. A lot of different things to look at this game and go, okay, we could have been better there, and we would have had a better chance to compete.
Well, you have a game like tonight, and then you think of, oh, by the way, the Lakers are the next game you play. And with LeBron and Anthony Davis, every Warrior will have to be at the top of their game. The one thing that is enjoyable, I think, each and every game is watching James Wiseman.
Oh, yeah.
The flying dunks tonight, he learns against Jokic, but the more this kid plays, the better he gets.
They're going to figure out more ways to use him. Pick and rolls. He's so good in pick and rolls. And with all the attention Steph is seeing, you're seeing that pocket pass and that monster dunk that he had over Bol. But everybody's learning about ways to get him involved. Just drive it straight to his man. He'll come over and just throw it up. Throw it up. Don't try to throw it around defenses too much or throw it down. He did catch a nice pocket pass there. He's got really good hands. If you throw it up, he's got that catch radius. You can use that to his advantage on the defensive end. He's going to learn with these really mobile bigs and versatile bigs like NIKOLA, JOKIC, working off his screens and all those different things. Could be a tough time for a while, but he's going to get better and better.
Well, it's a 72-game season, so you're playing 6 12-game segments. The first 12, they went 6-6. Let's talk again after 24 games when they've played the next 12.
All right, let's talk about James Wiseman here. As you heard Fitz and Buki talking about the young man, 18 points, 5 rebounds, got a couple baskets late, but really learned on the fly. Look, this is a tough matchup going against the Joker, one of the best centers in the NBA. He's going to also have to see Anthony Davis on Monday night. He is getting a crash course in the NBA, but you know what? The young man doesn't look rattled. He's still playing his game. Yes, he gets frustrated at time, but I'm really impressed with the 19-year-old's maturity, his composure, and he's just going to get better and better, Darrell.
I love his demeanor. He never looks like he's scared of the moment. He's been playing against some great bigs, early on in his career. So just the fact that he goes out there, he looks like he has a lot of confidence. He's not backing down from these guys, and you can see it in his face. So I think he's just going to get better and better. Every day is a learning day for him, and we talk about this, all season long. It's going to be a learning day every single day. So you just got to have to, continue to build and build every single day.
Well, he's definitely a student of the game. If watching the Portland series from his defense in game 1 versus defense in game 2, night and day. And I think that's a big reason they won that game. But, he's obviously tremendous on the offensive end, and he's going to continue to grow and learn. He is a franchise player. So as time goes on, and to play under Steph and to learn from that type of character, sky's the limit.
And Jennifer, the way he runs the floor, look at him lead the break. He finishes strong. He passed. He had a nice assist on a fast break early in the game in the first quarter. So his mid-range jumpers hitting, the passing on the break, like you said, Jennifer, the composure. And he's just going to get better and better and better here. What a building block for the Golden State Warriors. And then you talk about the highlights. Yes, the mid-range is nice. People love that. People love the fast breaks. But what about this dunk? A dunk of the year candidate already this year. Come on. We got a Kelby here in just a second here. Steph Curry with the pass. Bobo! Oh, don't jump, Bobo! Don't jump! Nice pass from Curry here, splitting the double between Murray and Jokic. Wow. And Bobo was like, do I jump? Do I jump? Wiseman knew what he was doing, Jennifer. Poster, man, I wish I could do that just once in my life.
And over 7 foot, I don't know what his wingspan is, Bol's wingspan, but that was impressive.
That was impressive.
Fearless.
Well, I had to feel good for the young man.
It definitely felt good, and we talked about it. I guess missed a dunk right before that play.
That's right.
So
He did.
to come back and get that dunk right after on somebody, I know that felt good.
Man, I feel good. I know.
I remember my one. I remember my first poster.
I asked Darrell if he missed any dunks in his career and was ever,
He wouldn't admit it. He wouldn't admit it. No, he wouldn't admit it.
Just a few.
How about this dunk, though? It may not even be #1 on the season. Kelly Oubre Jr. way back in the first game of the season against the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, KD.
KD,
Watch your
watch your
head.
head.
Watch your head, KD. Oh.
Yeah, that's going to be a top one for the season for sure.
Yeah.
That's top 10 for sure, no
Top
doubt.
10. What do you
Timing
think,
is
Jennifer?
awesome.
What do you think, Jennifer? Is this
Athleticism,
better?
timing. Oh, I don't know.
I like the Wiseman
I do
one.
too. Well, because I think to Darrell's point, he had just missed a dunk.
Yep.
So that he came back with a vengeance on that one. So, but both, I mean, tremendous athletes.
Oubre Jr., super athletic.
Yeah.
KD did not see that one coming, but I just like Wiseman going down the paint, looking at it in Bobo's eyes and saying, "You want to jump with me?" And Bobo's like, "Oh, baby, oh." And James Wiseman gets his first ever poster in his young NBA career. What an exciting moment for that young man. What can he get better at? What did you guys think of his matchup against Jokic?
I think defensively, I think he's going to get smarter because a lot of it's about knowing where players are going, knowing what their tendencies are, and this is the first time he's played against him. But he only had 5 points in the first half, so I think he did a good job. But he's going to continue to, I think, grow offensively. I think when he starts to knock down threes really consistently, and that opens up his lanes to the basket, I think that much more.
Yeah, I agree with you, Jennifer. I think on the defensive end, if he continues to learn how to play with your hands and do all the vet moves, when to push guys, you know, he'll learn that as he get more reps in, but just learning the position, because you see him a lot of times with his hands up, that's a college thing. You got to play with your chest. NBA, you can use your hand, you know, forearm and things like that. So once he learns those tricks, I think he's going to be a way better defender, when to block shots and when, you know, let some go so he can stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, Jokic had a nice spin move against Wiseman. He had his way at times, but I like the fact that Wiseman didn't go for all the fakes. He just got a report. He just kept his hands up and kept his feet down. The young man is learning.